tappin. Yeah, Memphis, I'm back at it. Niggas notice the difference, just more chrome, Prezi, no stones.
Yeah, y'all, you know what it is. Back with another one, ROC Solid. And like I tell you every time, you see anybody on this platform, I mean, A, they my brother, and two, they ROC Solid, man. This is my guy, Sparks, in the building.
I made it up and
you know what I'm saying? I want to welcome Zoo to the building. We call him Joey Zuzu. You know him from Oskino and Sparks.
Yep.
Shout out O out there doing his thing.
That's right.
How you been, my brother?
Grinding,
Yeah.
Bleek. Yep, grinding, Bleek. Just you know, I'm helping the communities right now. Helping with the Omillio Sparks Foundation. And I just been out just doing that, working on. I'm writing my own TV series too. I'm writing Baby Boy, the series.
That's dope.
So I'm just running around doing that kind of stuff. Oh, my bad. Let me turn this around. I got my own little clothesline, y'all. Being creative kept me alive. Cause you know, that's what kept me around.
That's right.
So I've been just pushing that and pumping that and staying out the way and just focusing on my next move. That's it.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
Congratulations on everything you've been doing with your foundation. I've been seeing you out there, you know, doing that uplifting thing to the community with the kids. That's so dope, man. I commend you. But we gonna go back, man. Let's go back to my dude Joey Zuzu.
That's right.
Roc-A-Fella. I want to say to you here now, live camera, so the world know, yo, bro. To me, on Roc-A-Fella, it's dope spitters. There's dope rappers we had. It's the best punchline, the best flower. To me, you always had the best lines, like in your rhymes. The way I used to sit there and be like, the fuck? This nigga running around playing all day high, but then he get in that booth and it's like the line I told you outside, bro, before we started, you said...
Tales of a Hustler line.
Tales of a Hustler. That's my favorite verse from everybody on Roc-A-Fella. When you say, what do you say to a mom who lost her only son to the game and the gun? And said, mama, I'ma ride for him. Yo, my G, come on, man.
And you know what's wild about it? It's funny you say that. That's why I got to the mental health, because them kind of storylines still exist to this day.
That's right.
You look at Philadelphia, what's going on in the media. I hate looking at it, but you know, I gotta be on there to pump and do that stuff. That's why I did my own foundation page. But it's kids that's really going through that right now.
That's
right. Going through it. I see people coming through and they got they setting up shop and the guys are talking about the pain they going through and they crying. And so that stuff's still going on to this day. So that's what's happening to us when we was 13, 14. Before, you know what I'm saying? So where we at right now, we transitioned from boys to men. So now I felt like we had an obligation to come back, at least try to save some or help.
That's right, man. And niggas know, a lot of people, you know, the word on the internet is that Jay stole it from you. They don't know that you actually was in the studio and y'all created the record together.
Right, I'm glad it's we getting it done on ROC Solid.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the big homie, you know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean?
It was one of them things we did. I lent my penmanship to him, but that's the big homie. He didn't steal anything. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. No, man, definitely.
You
was in the video, we toured together, come on, bro.
Still is when you just went somewhere, you got the joint, you heard it, you did it, and it was like, all right.
And you ain't got no credit on the record. Like, because you still got your writer's credit, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so it's one of them things.
And it says featuring Sparks. So how you steal something and I put your name on it?
Right. That's a lot because it's my voice and everything on it. So it still looked out. So I'm good.
How was that, man, that session? I wasn't there for that, man.
You wasn't there, no.
Yeah, I wasn't there for that session.
So look, remember we was doing the Dynasty?
Yes.
You probably running around because Get Low was busting their moves, you know what I'm saying? Get Low was running around. Yeah. And I think we was working on and he was in the A room and I was in the B room working on the Owen Sparks album. And I was doing Give It To Me record. And the Mac come over there. Mac like, what's going on there? What you doing, Zoo? I'm like, I'm grinding. You do something. So he had a hook. He go tell Ho here. I was like, oh, damn, I like this joint. And I was like, all right, well, you know, we working on the Dynasty. I'm going to be on it anyway. Let's get it.
Let's go.
I was a team player on that one. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, we did the record with Pharrell, which is one of the biggest producers in the industry. And the rest is history.
That's man. That's crazy, man. Yeah. Like, I never got to work with Pharrell just right there on the spot. I had a joint Nori gave me for Pharrell. Just like there's That Your Chick, I don't take that as me working with Timbo.
Oh, like, I got you. I got you.
Just, Bleek, put some verses on
this. You held it down. You did,
you know what I'm saying?
What you had to do. You know what I'm saying?
I want to sit there and work with these guys. Like, you got a chance to do that with one of the goats, and that's special. You know what I'm saying?
And that's from our standpoint at that time, I didn't realize how much a huge impact it is like on that side of things, because those are huge names.
Yes,
man.
You
know, we ain't taking them. They in the big home, like Pharrell, them a big, huge name.
That's right.
We were young,
that's
so
right.
we didn't know the severity. But we in the books.
That's one thing I say. You don't know you making history while you're doing it.
You're doing it, right?
You're just going. You know what I'm saying? And that's how we did it. So how did the relationship with you and Beans start for you to even become a part of State Property?
Remember, he was there. He was already there.
Yeah, Beans was already moving.
So it was through. I met them through Black Friday. I think they got the distribution.
Sadiq. Shout out Sadiq. Right. Rest in peace, Real Roller.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Black Friday.
Yeah, Black Friday. That's how we met. So Mac was over there already, and then that happened. I think the relationship was built through like the movie when we did State Prop one. Bleek was like my twin. Everybody said, my split head. Like, Bleek is his twin. You two guys look alike, So I'm like, damn, you really think we like Bleek? And then I used to, you know what? It's crazy, Bleek. Like, this record you got, what you think of that? What you think? I used to be running through the city, snapping, listening to that. What you think of real? So listen. So when we did that, so we built a relationship on that, though, outside. I just had to tell you that. Outside of that, because we was on that set in Jersey City for a long time. Then we did Tales of a Hustler. Yeah. So that took to the public. Like crazy. So, and then we just grew a relationship. It was up and down. It was one of them things that was rocky, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But we got to know each other. Because, we from different sides of the city. Yeah, so,
he from South, you from West. Right. A lot of people don't know. Philly, it might seem small, but that shit is segregated like a motherfucker. That shit just like Brooklyn.
All that little geographical stuff like that. You was like, but after we got there, I wanted some money.
Yeah.
I was thinking like, let's get the money.
That's right. Yeah. You always been like thinking, forward thinking. Yeah. Like out of the crew. Like I was talking about that outside. I was like, damn, I'm gonna save it for the pod. Because a lot of people want to know how we felt during the breakup and all that. Right. And I was gonna say, out of everybody that I used to tell, bro, this shit, you wildin', this shit might be going down. Right. You was the only one who used to be like, for real? Yeah. Nah, this shit, they bugging. Right. We gotta get the big homies together. Right. Like, everybody else used to just look at me and be like, whatever, I'm getting money. I don't give a fuck what they do. But you was definitely focused like, we can't let this shit go, my nigga.
Yeah, it hurt me.
Word up.
It hurt me because I felt a part of something, you know what I'm saying? And when you said it was like, it's gonna happen. Then when we did Death for the Dynasty, it was just
I didn't participate in that movie.
Yeah, and I felt that like, damn, it was like, another surreal.
Yeah, because when I read the script, the name, I'm like, you making a movie of the ending, what's actually happening now. It's like, wow, I can't be a part of that. But I want to tell you too, going back to State Property, you was the best actor in State Property.
Thanks, man. Because
100%. Like, Beans did his thing.
Right.
But you brought Beans' character to life. Yeah. You made the movie what it was. You was that guy, man.
Yeah, because I had, they gave me my part. They gave me that part. I had to. First, we was getting news like, if you coming from the rap world, you better not be playing. You got to take this serious. So I took it serious. But thank you. So people, because I got 2 thumbs up from Ebert and Rupert, I was like, whoa.
Yeah, man, I'm telling you, you did your thing in part 1 and part 2. So I always wondered, did you ever try to audition for any other roles after State Property or anything? Or take it more serious? I
did, but you know what it was? It was indie. You know what I had to learn, Bleek, about business? Sometimes you could do indie stuff, you know what I'm saying? But it's union stuff out here too. Yeah. So it's business. It's the politics of certain things is just totally different. You know what I'm saying? So with the breakup, because even with that movie, if I knew that really was going on, I wouldn't have participated in that. With the Death of the Dynasty, just to be a part of that and know what happened.
See, I knew it was going down.
Yeah, you knew you was on point. You was up top. I was like, Bleek on point, but I couldn't. I was dealing with my own issues. I was going through the little other stuff. But at the end of the day, as far as the movies and stuff, a lot of roles came up, but it was just like indie stuff instead of more. Because I'm SAG union too, you know what I'm saying?
That's right, bro. So get that paper.
Yeah, when they coming that way, you supposed to be talking some super, some super numbers. But I had to live and learn, you know what I'm saying? I just wanted to stack my resume up.
That's right, man. You was never too old for acting, man.
I wanted to stack the
I see you be out there in LA doing your thing, man. They definitely need to throw my guy those roles. You want to see that real action.
Yep, for sure.
Check out State Property, man. Everybody else in there was freestyling.
Yeah.
I felt like when I did scenes with you, Zoo, I was like, this motherfucker could really act. I used to be saying that in my mind, like, I'm over here capping on camera like a motherfucker.
You know what it is? I gotta go and get sound like an agent or something because I try to manage my own life and then people be in my life. Yeah, man, I'm always going through a crisis.
Yo,
I'm always got some family crisis going on. I'm going through, and then that's where the business go wrong.
yes, bro. Trust me, I know. You know, I've been through it with my brother and all of that. You know, shout out Dre out here making moves.
Right.
But yeah, man, shit definitely get real when the family issues come up. You definitely deter you from your track. But I see you've been. How did you ever feel that you and O never got a chance to drop the album, man? Like,
you know, it was crazy because we was the first ones there that I understood the circumstances, but I think we could have. Everything happened fast though. This is what I learned about the business. The money's coming in, you know. So with us, it was one of them things. Like once Hov say, "This is your summer," you got to buckle down. I know I was viewed as the wild card, but you remember I used to sleep in the studio. Ask Guru.
Zoo, you slept anywhere.
With me and my toothbrush. I'll go get dressed afterwards. So by the time y'all come back, I got a whole album.
That's right.
So that's why it's important for me to tell my side. You understand? Because it'd be like you see a lot of stuff, you turn on the TV and it'd be like, hey, those guys are telling my story. Yeah. And it's like, hey, man. You know what I'm saying? Then they making the money from it. I said, let me call the guys, man, we got to make some moves and make some money because the guys are actually making the money off telling my story. And I'm like, whoa, something got to give.
That's right, man.
After a while, you be like, enough is enough.
That's right, man. Like, they definitely tried to paint it out like you was the lazy guy in the crew.
Oh, come on. I'm Kenneth Johnson, y'all. K. Johnson on the records, by the way. Thanks, Ho, for the look. I'm on the joint, gave my credits.
That's right. Like, dude, you was always on time, interviews, studio,
little rough around the edges.
Yeah,
but never lazy.
But we all was young, bro.
We was young and dumb and having some money.
Yeah, and that
young having money. What you want me to do?
They throwing money at you, jury, tour, the girls on you. It's like, what you expect me to do? I gotta crash out somewhere.
I see. You know what? That's why I'm back. I want necklace. I want to get it all.
Yeah, man.
We earned it.
That's right. What's your relationship with O now, man?
Well, I did try to reach out to him, to chop it up with him about a few things, and I just can't reach back out to him and let him know, you know, how he felt, because I know how he felt about a few things. And a few other guys reached out, you know. Dane reached out to me. I actually had him down at the foundation, but they was running around doing their thing with the movies thing, and I was doing that. So, you know, I was busy doing that's all it be. I'm in traffic.
You was rolling with Dame hard. Like, y'all was, like, Dame definitely took part of state property a lot. Like, y'all relationship.
Because I know they worked, him and Mac, whatever they worked out, I know that was, and I guess that was his baby and his project. And then we had Dipset. We had a lot of divisions over there. We had Get Low, Dipset, then you got it was a lot going on. We had MOP came. Who else came? MOP came. Twister came. So we had folks over there.
Rest in peace,
Denim,
ODB.
Denim, Nicole Ray. We had a squad over there.
Yeah, Nicole Ray.
I think Joe Button was there for a minute. And he was in the photo shoot with us, I think.
I wasn't at
maybe
that
I'm
shoot.
wrong.
Joe, don't take this as a diss and give me 5 minutes of slaughter on the show.
Oh, no diss.
I wasn't at that show, babe. At that shoot.
But I was looking at the book. Remember the rock book we had? And I thought I saw him in the photo shoot with us.
No, he was in a couple photos. I just never was there. But Joe was always my dog. I used to see him around just being with Clue in them. You know what I'm saying?
That's right, Clue.
Yes, you know, Clue was down with the team.
Yeah,
Clue been ducking the smoke. I've been trying to get Clue up here, man.
He don't want to talk.
Yeah.
Clue don't want to talk to
Clue
nobody.
Be ducking the smoke. Clue think I'm bring up tour days.
Right.
We ain't gonna bring that up,
Let's just
Clue.
get over whatever we went through. It's over, guys. You know, we had a weird showing people how we felt at the time. We was going through things and trying to express ourselves. You know what I'm saying? We had to get through these things. You think?
Yo, them tours was crazy, man. You had to be built for them motherfuckers.
And y'all started fast from the backstage joint. But it was a wild thing.
You came around there and rocked the mic. Yo, Zoo used to be going crazy. Zoo, you go in Zoo room, shit be a movie.
It was
like, Zoo, what you got? You like, I got them all. Variety, whatever you want, Bleek.
Have fun. Have fun.
Yo, do you feel like you missed out on any opportunity that you feel like you should have took more advantage of? Like,
now, you know, as far as film, the music thing, I'm not tripping. I always got good records to put out, and plus the internet, you could just not too long ago I did an independent project and I flooded it. It was just one of the things. It wasn't the same as being with the gang.
Yeah, man.
I was going over some stuff that they doing my paperwork with some emails and stuff like that, and they was talking about if you was computer savvy. But I remember doing things on paperwork.
That's right.
And I mail it, and I'm sending the kite and that kind of stuff. So it was one of them things like it's different.
Yeah.
But you know, I can adapt, but I got kids. You know
That's
what I'm saying?
right,
So
man.
they the ones that, and daddy, you know, that's the problem when people trying to undermine something because that's what we at and that's what we got generations for.
And that's who see it. They see it. They the ones who come back to you, Daddy, why is this person saying this? Daddy, why did this person do that?
Yeah.
Because
and that part with all this stuff going on, they say, hey, but that's what's crazy about it because that's why I had to get myself right because they paying attention. Anything else when I was wild, they was put up.
That's right.
Put
they
up,
was
make
babies.
sure they safe. Yeah,
they was babies. They didn't know. But now they older. They definitely, because my son be on me. Daddy, why this person say this?
Yeah,
Daddy,
they sponging their eyes and ears and they watching. So you got to conduct yourself in a decent manner.
That's a fact, man. Like, the Roc-A-Fella breakup was one thing, but the state property breakup was another, man.
Yeah, right,
How do you felt about that?
Well, state property, it was already groups and sections already. You know what I'm saying? So I felt like when you start something, you ever start something and then it don't get finished? I hate it. You know what I'm saying?
I hate it, but a lot of things get started.
Somebody start something, I want to finish it. So y'all started, I like to finish. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I come from. So at the end of the day, it was like one of them bittersweet things. And I was like, hey, that's like a record I wrote. Yeah, so everything go back to the writing, you know what I mean? When we didn't write.
That's right. Definitely. Like, growing up in Philly, man, like we was talking outside, you know, Philly is east, west.
Right.
No, it ain't no east. It's south, west, north, Germantown,
Southwest,
Fishtown.
Uptown,
Yeah, uptown, southwest. I remember when I first met my wife, I was driving through Philly and she was like, which way do you came? And I'm telling her the streets I came down and she like, yeah, you rode up down bottom. And I'm like, what's that? She's like, that's one of the most gangster blocks in Philly. I'm like, yo, you lying.
Right, that's where I'm from. I'm from out west bottom, man. You know.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it was all over the news.
That's right. He like, I'm from the most gangster block.
Like, it's on the news. They're murdering everyone down there. I think I gave it to them on State Property 1. Remember too?
Yes, yeah.
So I was explaining to guys what was going on down there then.
Yeah, man. Like, how was it growing up in Philly? Like, where you feel like out of all the Philly spitters, you made your mark? Do you feel like you put your imprint on Philly?
Yeah, I love my mark. I love my mark because it can't be like duplicated.
That's right.
It's like one of them things, they still trying. That's what they've been feeling. Everybody's pissed. Hey, man, this is different. You don't really know what's going on. You see what I'm saying? So with my mark, because, you know, remember when that started, the flows was different. Remember?
Yes.
Remember everybody had that flow? Yeah. I just created my own lane.
That's right, man.
I loved it. You know,
you always was the different one out of the rock, but that got like the most love when we touched the stage.
Yeah.
Like Zoo come on stage, the motherfuckers would go crazy. You be like, yo, this nigga wrote this verse 5 o'clock in the morning, half sleep. We was in there all night trying to do this shit.
Because we coming from a place where if the underdog is something else.
Yeah, man.
Because we the guy that kicking, be beating us up. They doing us filthy.
Yeah, they throwing the tomatoes at us.
You know how many people worldwide that's happening to? So even if I'm in my element, that's my zone, and we put it out, you know it's gonna make some money.
That's a fact, Zoo. That's a fact, man. Like, man, I miss the tour days, the studio days, man. We had some hell of a fucking times, man. Y'all was my fucking guys. Y'all still my bros to this day. I hate to see where all of us is at. That, like, you know, at the end of the day, you know, Beans, we got our differences. I haven't spoke to Siegel yet. How you and Beans still on?
I see him from time to time when we don't even really talk. I try to go past his truck because my hip dog from out here came down, wanted to grab something, and it was closed. But it's crazy because they see all that, but we don't see each other.
Exactly.
And that's why the business look crazy. So that's really what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and that's cool. That's why I did my own thing independent. You know what I'm saying? I can sell my own stuff.
That's right.
Trademark, patent it, you know what I'm saying? But the twist is, I know that I'm still a brand. I come from a major situation.
That's right. State property, man.
Like you say, the heartbeat. You know what I'm saying?
You was the heartbeat of state prop, bro. Like, of the rock. Like, all of us, bro. Like, you would definitely held it down for the crew. Like, used to be bombing on niggas. Yo, y'all bullshit. Let's get to work. Yo, let's go to the studio. Fuck these bitches. Y'all niggas playing. Fuck this shit, man. We ain't gonna have this shit forever. Like, you was definitely on that vibe, man.
They give them that drive, that motivation to work. You know what I'm saying? Come on, guys. Because I lived like we don't know how long we gonna be here.
That's right.
So I lived like that in the catalog shows. You know what I'm saying? So when everybody trying to pick on me and show me that kind of look of wearing and rent, I'm like, I get it, but where you at?
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? So that's that part with that. So the state prop breakup is just one of them things I feel like with the gang, they supposed to, you know, we could have sat at the table because what happens is if people still bringing it up, we still in that that top 100 Jones was like 14, 15 because we part of rock.
That's
Can't
right.
get around it. So if it still moves to make and everybody looks selfish, it look crazy.
It look crazy, bro. And that's why I was
the
just
politics
telling,
ain't right.
you know, I don't want to bring up conversations, but I was just talking to certain people. You know, Free, my bro. I talk to Free every day.
Right.
You know what I mean? Crack hit me the other day and Crack like, yo, Bleek, this shit going on.
Right.
I don't want to be a part of this, so leave me out of it.
Right, I can imagine.
I'm like, yo, Crack, what's going on?
But my thing is where I coming at. Because if somebody asks for y'all, come through.
That's what I told them.
So my thing with me, it'd be like, where we got a problem at? Because somebody bringing up bull crap about some other stuff that, water that's under the bridge is water under the bridge. And if we arguing about things that we shouldn't be arguing about, that's a little bit crazy too.
Come on, bro. We can't argue about something that happened 20 years ago.
20 years we grown.
Like
everybody knew families.
That's insane.
No, not only that. These are things that learn to make you get thick skin and know, and so they make you wise. And then the guy to pass down the book to him and say, "Look, this how this goes.
This how you move."
Right,
exactly.
If you a parent in anything,
we still arguing over shit 20 years ago is insane. Like that shit is whack. Like Crack definitely was like, Bleek, I ain't fucking with nothing. I'm cool. Right. I'm laying low. I'm with the kids. I don't want nothing to do with nothing.
I get it.
Like, but I definitely got to have a conversation with Beans. I definitely got to speak to Sig.
Yeah, it makes sense, you know, because y'all was gang. Like y'all was the two that you know what I'm saying that was there before us. So at the end of the day, that's a situation that you probably can, you know what I'm saying.
And you was like to him how I am the whole.
Right,
you was to Beans. Like so, you was there. You know that me and Beans we put in a lot of work. For bro to get on camera and just sled, like, be like, yo, I think Jay helped Bleek with all his raps. Like,
oh, no. See that? I heard somebody stuff was talking about, they get back to me and they be trying to pull me into them conversations.
It's like, what?
Yeah.
It's like, my nigga, all them nights in the studio?
Yo, squad. Who stop it.
Come on. Hov came in there and said, Hov don't even talk like that.
Yeah, it's just doing too much. It's like, come on, guys, let's just get to the business. We get the ooze now.
Yeah, man.
Jesus Christ. It's like, yo, what's going on?
I think the game becoming the social media shit fucked up a lot of things with us because we was before this. And a lot of people don't know that when you do something on the net, this shit lasts forever. There is no go back there is no go back. The only thing you can do, like we said outside, if the disrespect is loud, the apology got to be just as loud.
That's what I said. Because I went back and looked at some of the clips and stuff like that, and I realized, okay, we can't hide these things. We can't do this and all that kind of stuff because I am in the public. And when I realized that you know, somebody somewhere was trying to pull my jacket somewhere and I couldn't understand it, well, I didn't get the memo. I didn't get the memo. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I didn't know. But at the end of the day, that when you're putting it out there, it look crazy. So a public apology has to be made before we can do any business, because phone calls are coming through, but a public apology before we get to money, then we can get to the money.
If we're going to be publicly
because that's what went wrong.
Right?
Anyway, and that's what you see. So at the end of the day, it's one of them things, because a lot of that stuff goes wrong when it's somebody else's situation and you're trying to mirror it.
That's a fact.
So, you know what I mean? So,
and I was always happy for my dogs, man. You was the movie guy. You did State Property 1, 2, Death of a Dynasty, and I believe you did Paper Soldiers too.
No, I get a chance to do that one. Y'all had that one.
Nah, they only put me in one clip.
Oh, I see you on
They only put me in one clip, and I ain't even want to do that one.
I heard you ain't want to do that.
I ain't even want to do that one.
I said, all right, at least but dealing with it.
I was like, nope, because I knew what was going down, man. And I'm like, niggas pulling me on both sides of the crew. It's like, nah, I'm staying on one side.
Yo, I'm 100% believing in that. You cannot serve two masters, yo.
No.
That'll blow your mind. You be going crazy.
And that's what do you feel like State Property, like a lot of y'all when the split happened went with Dang?
Nah, I ain't went with nobody. They said the split sheet came. You know what I'm saying? Because you remember I went home and did my payback album.
Yeah.
So if he didn't have distribution, that's how I did my album with Catch.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we still having problems with that. I'm my own Omillio Sparks Entertainment. My company, my EIN.
When shit went down, you're the first one to drop an indie album. That's a fact.
I went and did my own thing. I was like, I'm just, let me just go do my thing, because there was a lot of friction going on. And that's what I was on anyway. Let me just, you see me, if you saw me, it was like, all right, I was still busting move because y'all taught me a lot. You know what I'm saying? I learned a lot up top. So I'm like, yo, I'm going to apply it.
I'm going to make some moves.
See if y'all can see it. And if y'all, you know what I mean? If not, then you can't say I ain't give it a whirl. But at the end of the day, that's why I did my own independent album.
Like, you definitely was the non-drama one. Like, when it came to business, I feel like you was the non-drama one. But when it came down to, yo, it's lobby call.
let's have some fun.
Oh my fucking God.
Yeah, because I knew how to
play like Zoo, he locked out, he knocked out. You got him send security in the room, break in. Zoo ain't waking up. You know that nigga was drinking, he drunk a whole bottle of Hennessy last night. This nigga was going crazy.
Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah.
He was a rock star. You was Roc-A-Fella rock star, my G.
Yeah, sex, rules, all kind of stuff.
Drugs.
It was a part of my life, guys. It was a part of my life. What do you want me to do?
I thank God. Sometimes I say we should have had social media, but for those nights, I thank God we did.
Yeah, oh man. They done made a killing off us there. They talking about that's what happened. They missed the clip. We missed it. If you knew if you knew how that was going on, you're like, oh man.
Them nights in Miami, like I remember when we went on a tour and we had to stop in Miami.
Yeah.
And fucking, this is you probably don't even remember this, Zoo.
Which one was this?
This is when Bobby Dash was there with us, and we was promoting. This when y'all was promoting the State Property album.
Okay.
And we was on the little run for that. It was on tour at the same time.
All right.
And remember, we got to Miami, and Bobby was like, "Yo, I got to do a party with some, some VPs, some radio people or whatever." And then we was like, what kind of party you doing? He's like, yeah, I'm going to get some strippers over there in the hotel suite. And remember we crashed the party? Like, this ain't for the DJs, this for us.
Tight. Yo, y'all said Bob tight. Yo, you be like, Bleek is be having Bob tight. He be turning red in the head, so he be sweating. You be like,
Bobby
got
used to
Bob
hate us,
tight,
yo. He used to hate us. Rest in peace, Gordon. Y'all used to be on Gordon.
Gordon Driver.
Y'all used to be on Gordon. I remember we was in the van. Rest in peace, Gordon.
Gordon was good folk.
Yo, we in the vans. Me, you, Freeway, Beans, B.I., Murder.
Right.
All of us in the van. And he was dropping us in New York. This was New Year's Eve.
Right.
And Beans was like, they'll Bleek. If this nigga don't get us back to Philly before the ball drop, it's on. That nigga Zoo like, yo, Bleek, tell Beans chill out, man.
Right.
Tell this nigga chill. It might be traffic, Bleek.
Yeah, it's traffic. Yeah, Beans used to be just tripping sometime. Be like, yo, cool out, Matt. You know what I'm saying? I tell you, like, just chill, Matt. Just chill, man. You tripping.
Was there any times you and Mac did any road shows where you had to calm Mac down? Because Mac used to go from 0 to 100.
Plenty nights. Even with that show, we was out of North Carolina, me and Hov and Mac and all that.
Yeah, I wasn't there at that one. Yeah.
I had to follow, yo, Mac, what is you doing? But, a lot of them times, that's what I'm saying, a lot of nights that people were talking about the separation, If they aired that truck out, all of us getting tagged. So that's what I be looking at. That's how I used to, my whole outlook with it. That's why I used to be on my joint, because you never knew. You know what I'm saying?
But we used to have them raddies on the road.
Yeah, I know.
We used to bring them raddies. We was not slipping on that road, baby.
No, for sure.
That road was dangerous.
We had 3 buses. You had the A, your B, and your C bus.
Yo, and remember the C bus was Rikers Island, bro.
Right. It was
Rikers Island,
if you was on the C, you was up the alley. Yes, you was. I remember you used to be saying that. It was like, that's the alley, yo.
Remember our bus caught on fire?
Yeah, I remember.
What was
they got it. No, that was you talking about on that was backstage, y'all joint.
No,
it was somewhere else we went.
No, we was with Free. Remember, Freeway had the Aki Muslim, the Muslim brother was his manager on the tour, and he was like, Sabir, that's his name. Shout out Sabir. That nigga like, yo, the bus on fire, get away, it's about to blow. You don't remember that? Everybody luggage burnt up.
Right, but that would be
that was Rock the Mic tour.
Rock the Mic, all right, yeah.
That was Rock the Mic tour, my nigga. Yeah, remember Sabir wasn't around for all
not for long. Yeah, he was. No. Because the Free had changed him for Troy.
Yeah. Yo, Free had like 8 managers.
Yeah, I know. He was trying to get it right. Yeah.
Yo, you know who else was my guy? Pies, too. The Gunners.
Pasquale, yeah. Shout out to Pasquale. He just said he had some little medical problems.
No way, man. Damn. Hope you get better, man. God bless, man. That nigga used to be on tour with us, chefing up on the bus, making sure we ate. Boss would come through with that food like, we lit.
For sure, man.
Fucking, like, yo, is it anybody from Roc-A-Fella? Because you had a lot of different relationships with different people. Like, is it anybody you feel like, damn, man, I wish we had more time to really lock in and put that work in?
At Roc?
Yeah, like.
All of us, like, remember, like, me and you never got y'all to chop it up all the time.
Because you was running, man. Yeah. You was running. That's why, Zoo. That's why we never got to make a record. Zoo, you be sleep, I come in the stoop. Remember, I used to work in the morning.
Yeah, I know, but your hours was different.
Yeah.
So I used to be like, damn, man, M. Dot never really got chances. That's why I used to always just do the records. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, M. Dot, I never catch up with you. It wasn't too many because we were state prop. I got to kick it with Hov and Biggs and all that. So what too? The rest was just taking care of us. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Other than that, that's it. Because we never got the chance to get a Buster kind of moves like that.
Yeah, that's crazy. You're right. We never did a record together, so. Cause I was an early morning studio nigga. That's why the Beans and Bleek album didn't work. Cause y'all niggas was lab rats middle of the night, 1 to 5, 6 in the morning. That's true. Me, I'm 9 to 12 in the afternoon, and I'm back in these streets.
You was on it. You was on it. And I was like my daytime activities, you know. And then at the evening, I'm exhausted. I say, all right, let me just get this off my chest. But you was on it. That's all it was. But day and night sometimes go together.
No, we was chasing. I was out there in the morning. I was definitely chasing in the streets.
I'm like that now. Let's get it done early. I'm very professional now.
Because that's what
I'm done with tardiness and all that kind of stuff. I learned a lot.
I tell my son and I tell everybody, man, like anybody I call and it's 11, 12 o'clock and they just getting up. It's like, oh, life is good. You can sleep this late. Like, nigga, you know the checks get cut.
Yeah.
9 in the morning.
That's what I'm saying. And that's why it's important for us to get back to the essence. Anything that's going the wrong way, we got to bring it back to us.
Definitely.
Start with us. Everybody, nobody else can do it but us. You think where I'm coming from?
That's why I started this show. Like, Nori was like, yo, Bleek, shout out Nori too. You know, he was like, yo, Bleek, you should get in this space. You know a lot of shit. You was cool with everybody from Roc-A-Fella, so you like the only guy that everybody really, you could bring everybody together and they gonna respect the story that what y'all telling. And I was telling him, I'm like, yo, bro, I'm not on none of that chasing that viral moment shit. I'm not on that. If we not on here giving out game, enlightening these young niggas, giving out some inspiration, or put an idea in somebody's mind to go further over there, I don't want to be a part of it,
That's
bro.
your stamp, though. Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's
ROC
Solid.
That's what it's
you
about.
What I'm saying? So that's your stamp.
We ain't gonna be up here doing no whole shit, my nigga. That's not what we about, man. We ain't kicking nobody, and we could talk about the fun nights. Right. We not gonna name the names. Yeah. You're not gonna be like, yo, I had Shorty over here and Shorty over here. You look like a major lemon drop doing that.
But you know what I learned about some of the business? Some people is just different.
Yeah.
I was just explaining about
some people lemon drops.
It's good business and then you got bad business. You understand where I'm coming from? So you know the difference.
I'm a firm believer that every dollar is not a good dollar,
That's
man.
right.
You know what I mean?
That's right.
Money come from, you can take money from good people and bad people.
I just came from Atlantic City, right? And it went crazy, but the guy had the whole layout for me. I could have just, the thing, it's a difference. You know what I'm saying?
That's one thing.
If I got to raise my pressure up and all that,
If I'm going to say it's one thing I miss from back in the day, you just bringing up Atlantic City. I fucking miss the 40-40 in Atlantic City.
Yo,
I fucking miss the 40-40 in Atlantic City.
What am I doing here and I'm supposed to be at the 40? This is a problem.
Yo, bro. The 40-40 in Atlantic City was Philly fucking headquarters.
That was heaven for the
What?
That was heaven for anybody who's going.
Yo,
40-40.
Yo, I'm telling you, you pull up there, it was like,
I remember
shit.
That night we was in there, Bleek was in there, we had them all across lay across the table. We ain't tripping, we having fun. And that was just our spot.
That was the spot, G. The 40-40 in fucking Atlantic City, man, what a fucking time. Atlantic City is not what it used to be, man.
Nah, it's different. I can see what's going on. It need more oomph. I think we got to get back out there.
Yeah, man.
I think that's another market gotta get tapped back into.
They be doing a lot of concerts now. Everybody be performing out there now.
I think Hov and them was just out there, right?
Yeah. I know they did their shit. Yep, at the casino. Yep.
Yeah, we
they
had
be doing their gala.
Yeah, I was like,
I know Shaq threw a bag out there. I heard he redeveloping some shit out there. Right now is a good time to invest in Atlantic City, man. Some big shit, big moves happening, man. Y'all niggas got some bread to play with. Play and they see.
Because we need that good business back.
That's right.
And because if you give it to bad business, the world starts to crumble.
Oh, yo, it's a lot of bad
That's when I woke up, and that's why I say I got to call M-Dot. The world's falling apart. The world, I'm looking at him and saying, M-Dot, the world's falling apart, M-Dot. I said, what's going on? You got to update me. You got to update me on everything, man.
And one thing, too, my platform, bro, like all of us is brothers. Right. But watching my dogs crash out.
Right. But I'm not crashing out on nobody.
No, I see you. That's why you always been who you are. You Sparks. You the life of the party. You have your fun time. You're a businessman. You're a family man. You're an entrepreneur. You're an activist now. You're a fucking movie star. Like a fucking rapper, entrepreneur. You doing business. Like, come on, bro. They need to know this shit, man.
Appreciate you. And that's why you got to be on the right platform.
That's right.
Because to crash out on somebody that you feel like you care and you love for, that's not your homie.
Man.
That's what street. Like, I've been in the hood. I've seen guys that say, I love you.
And then stab you in your back.
Love you. That ain't love. So I don't do that. I know about it.
That's right.
You know, I'm gonna treat it just like it's one of mine. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact, man.
And that's how I move.
So, yo, what's next for Zoo, man? What's the next move
I want to do
some
more. I want to do some. Of course, film. You know,
that's right.
And I've been writing. Of course, I've been writing. You know, and I just shot another movie, and Accomplice. It's called Accomplice. And that was a SAG joint, so you know I'm trying to get my feet back wet in there. I ran into a few guys, and it was like things that just really got to get rectified on the business end because it's business, it's unfinished business that nobody's talking about, acting like it doesn't exist, and it shows up.
That's a fact.
So that's why I was talking to the guys. It's not that you ain't got to worry about me on that end. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's what the problem is. And then we just got to be able to talk and hash things out. And say, hey man, I was out of order for that.
That's right.
I was wrong. And all right, now we can move forward because that part of it ain't always about that money. Like you said, it's respect level too.
Who you feel like you want to have these conversations with?
Some of the guys in the gang, you know what I'm saying?
Man, fucking say it so they know it's time to pull up and have this conversation.
Yeah, I think Free. Who else? Neef need to have this conversation. Dame, you know what I'm saying? Dame for sure. All those guys. So at the end of the day,
they owe you that.
Yeah, you know,
they owe you that.
Everybody. So it's like me and Big Homie, we catch up. You know what I'm saying? Because that's my big dog. But you know, I would love to see Big Homie too, just to say what up.
Yeah. But
you see what I'm saying?
But you said you wanted to have a conversation like certain things need to be rectified.
Because that's what's going on with us. Yeah.
And shit, if it's something need to be rectified with Hov, let's pull up, cuz.
Right. But that's what he did for me is already, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, I'm fucking around.
Yeah, so it's like, I learned the business. So it's like, hey, man, you know, hey, how you doing?
That's right.
Yeah, so it's one of them things.
But definitely, like, all the bros, Neef, Free, Dame.
Right.
Nigga, it should never be a time that you feel like you need to have a convo and you can't have a convo with the bros. Niggas got to pick up the phone.
Right.
I seen Dame say something that, you know, a lot of people wasn't picking up the phone for him. Only person picked up the phone was Bleek. And Oskino, same thing with Oskino. Going through what he going through, the guys going what they going through. But niggas know when they hit Bleek line, Bleek like this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's for
difference.
everybody.
Yeah, it's a difference.
Because I feel like if niggas got anything they want to get off their chest to me, I'm a man first, man. All that other shit is secondary, man. Like, and we gonna holler because at one point in my life, I considered all y'all niggas my brothers, like y'all came from my mother.
Look, that's Dame calling now.
See? Yeah, he hear it. He hear it. You know what I mean? The spirits is telling him he gotta holler.
But that's all it is, and that's what it is with us, you know what I'm saying? And that's the problem, you know what I'm saying?
Man.
This is, like you said, nobody robbed it, nobody did
no,
that kind
man.
of stuff. So if I'd have put that bullshit crap in this and
you
ran with the narrative trying to chase the bag.
That was my conversation. You know, I had that talk when I had to sit down before with Cam. I'm like, yo, Cam, on some G shit, if you really put down what we went through in this business, nobody got slapped, nobody got shot, nobody died, nobody kicked nobody dog, nobody kid got slapped. So you know what happened? We just had an argument over beats. Nigga was like, you know, I ain't never think about it like that.
Right, because it's like business. It's like we know people on top and we know what we doing, but it's like we all instrumental in it. That's all we wanted to be recognized for who we are, getting our fair share.
That's right, man. And you, like I said, Zoo, you're a major part of Roc-A-Fella. You're a major part of your community.
And they changed my life.
You're doing. Yeah, man. All of us.
It changed my life, so that's another part. So no, that's where they going wrong with me. Because it's going to always be a serious situation because I took it serious. Because when I'm running around telling guys, hey, y'all playing with it. Yeah. It changed my life. It changed my everything. It changed my whole world. It helped me feed my kids and pick me up.
One thing I would say too, you saying you writing like a lot of shows, a lot of movies.
Yeah, I write my shit.
You should write a movie about your life, bro.
Yeah, that's what Baby Boy really about.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna add the other stuff.
Because you've been through a lot. You've seen a lot. You've been around a lot. Like you know, you make legendary moves, man, and that's what this show is about. Because everybody
I can't get it done without the team. I gotta get people around that started with us and all that.
Bro,
they calling me from different places, and I'm like,
you see, you hit my line, bro. What up, Zoo?
Yeah.
Like, I'm always on deck. So anything you need from me, my team, we here, we got you, bro.
That's what I'm on. Let's get to it then, Bleek. We
right
here. Let's get to it. I need my douches.
Come on, bro.
Right.
I told you. Send me an address.
Y'all got new warehouses out there. Listen, we squad and we folks, and let it be known.
That's right. Send me an addy, Zoo. Come on.
I got
you. At your door, cuz. We got our own customer service.
Yeah, let's get to the business, man.
Nah, I got you, Zoo, man. Yep. Anything, man. Anything. Anytime you ever want to come, you know, if you got anything to promote, anything any word you feel like niggas ain't understanding, you want to get your word off, you want to tell about your community giveaways, your activision, like your movie drop, anything, bro. My platform is your platform. My house is your house. You my brother, and I love you for life.
Love you too,
just know that, my
you
nigga.
already know.
You know it.
You already
my nigga Zoo, man. You know what it is. Tell them, man. Where they can find you at, Zoo?
Y'all can find me at ROC Solid. Holla. That's right where I'm at right now.
No, man. The socials, man.
Oh, my bad. My bad. See that? Yo, I know I knew that plug. I was plugging.
That's right.
See that? I know the business. Nah, but the real Omillio Sparks is at Instagram, y'all. Omillio Sparks Foundation. .org is that website. You can Google it, do all that kind of stuff. And of course, I'm on Facebook, Twitter, and all that kind of stuff, Omillio Sparks. And that's where y'all can find me at.
That's right, Omillio Sparks, the young gun. Yeah. You know what it is, man. It's ROC Solid. Duce Mafia.
That's right, shout out to Duce Mafia.
I'm fucking outside, nigga. The Rock live forever. For life, nigga. Yeah.